Shout out DJ Jack. Shout out Tsunami and all them. They always, playing some Jersey stuff. Jax is from Jersey. They're always playing that, and I love it. So that's dope. So what got you into?
Shout out to them.
Yeah, what got you into music though?
Um, yeah. So this is the funny thing. I feel like a lot of artists can relate to this. When I first started, writing music or just even making music, I felt like it was a therapy thing. I felt like I was dealing with like a lot of stuff, and I didn't know the best way that I could, speak about my emotions, or just, I didn't want to act out in a way where it would be harmful for me or anybody around. So the next best thing that I could do was just, start making music.
Right, right,
And
right.
for a long time, I was making records that I like to consider like therapy music. They're not bad; they're really dope and everything, but it only related to a very small amount of people. Like me, maybe a few friends, maybe people who've been in that same situation. It wasn't until later on that I finally was like, you know what, I could do this on a wider scale, on a bigger scale.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think it's important to tap in and recognize that music can be very therapeutic, and we definitely do need to use that as a platform to express ourselves and our emotions. I know for sure for me, I definitely use it as a therapeutic tool as well. So like, what are some of your goals though? What is some, like, what's your why? Like, what's one of your reasons about like why you make music?
Well, there's different ways to answer that question for me personally. Um, One of the reasons as to why I do music is because I genuinely need music in my life. Like either making it or just listening to it, music is a huge importance in my life. So if my plans don't end up panning out the way that I want them to, it's still gonna be okay because I will always forever till the day I die be making music.
Facts.
But at
Yeah.
the same time, as an artist, you do want your hard work, all the stuff that you put into it to get out there. You want people to listen to your stuff. You want to make it to where you feel like you can make it. So that's also another goal for me personally. I listen. I want to have my music listened by anybody and everybody who just messes with my music.
Yeah. Not even you want to, you will, right? Like, affirm that. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. And you're super
yeah.
dope. You have good energy. Yeah. So, who are some of
Like that.
your, what's one of your biggest influences?
Okay. All right. This is a good one because if you listen to my songs, you will never take that as one of the persons. But one of my biggest inspiration when it comes to music has to be J. Cole.
Yeah. You prefer J. Cole over
Yeah.
Kendrick?
See the debate. Here's where we start getting a little. Personally, I can relate to more to what J. Cole says. But
Okay.
Kendrick is still that dude. Like, he got
Yes.
that dog in him. Kendrick is actually my number two guy.
Yeah,
Out
facts.
of all the rappers and people that I listen to that influence me,
And
Kendrick is up there
then
too. But I gotta give it to J. Cole on this one for me personally.
facts. And then Simba's your number 3. I'm just playing. But nah, yeah, that's dope. That's dope. Nah, I'm just joking. But yeah, that's dope. Yeah, J. Cole, Kendrick, all them. Nas too. Nas.
Nas
Oh,
is another one.
yeah. Word. So, yeah, we excited. We know you're gonna introduce your track. Is there anybody that you want to shout out or that you feel like had like a big influence on you? You'd like to recognize real quick?
Yeah, man. I want to shout out to actually the person, the two people that this track was made for or about. My brothers, man. The people that have been rocking with me since for years. Shout out CeeLo, shout out Rare. They're my boys, man, and I would do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever situation, whatever problems, I'm there for.
Word. All right. Well, let them know again where they could find you. So everybody that's tuned in or that wants to know again, this is Tulo from New Jersey calling in. So if you are an out of state artist and you'd like to call in and be interviewed, you can as well. So let them know, where how they can find you.
Yeah, so my Instagram is my name is Tula. If you just type in my name, because it has a lot of underscores on it, but if you just put in my name is Tula, I should be the first one to
Pop
show
up.
up.
Okay.
And my music is also on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud is under the name Tulo, so the number 2 LO.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoy the track.
Yeah, and he's super dope. All right, so go ahead and introduce that track real quick for the people.
This track is called Brothers. I wrote this like about 2 weeks ago. When I recorded it, it's a super special track. It's honestly, I would consider it my best track that I have right now, but that's just me, the artist. The listeners will probably feel a little bit different. But yeah, this is shout out to all the rooms, all the people, you know, that you would do whatever it is for, you know, your brothers.
Okay. All right, definitely. Let's get into it. Let's go. Brothers, let's go.
If I call you my brother, then know you my brother. If you riding for me, then we ride for each other. We come from the bottom, baby. We come from the gutter, where you hustle to eat, and the black never love you. If the odds come around, just know that I'm gon' slide for you. When you hanging out the window, I'm gon' drive for you. Going all out for you, cause that's what riders do. We come from the bottom, baby. We come from the trenches. I won't be forgotten, so I swim for the fences. All my niggas won't catch a body and come to their senses, cause that's why I hustle, so my niggas won't stress it. But I know the game and I know the pain. If a nigga come try, we end it. Can't put any blame, I will do the same. I swear that this life is relentless. Keep trying in vain, but it's all the same. At the end of the day, can prevent it. Keep it all on my brain, it drives me insane. So I talk to the Lord and resent it. Sometimes when I wish I could end it, but I came all this way, gotta send it. And I keep it on me, so watch where you step in. If I call you my brother, then know you my brother. If you riding for me, then we ride for each other. We come from the bottom, baby. We come from the gutter, where you hustle to eat, and the black never love you. If the odds come around, just know that I'm gon' slide for you. When you hanging out the window, I'm gon' drive for you. Going all out for you, cause that's what riders do. No new since I was a baby, I call on my brother, he'll ride for me too. For whatever the problem, my niggas stay solid. That ain't just the front, that's what I actually do. Ain't gotta be blood, we came from the mud. We grew up together, we rode through the zoo. He lost his mother and I lost my father. We're bound by our losses, what that mean to you? We like them forever, whenever, wherever. That goes for whoever they tries for the crew. Cause I get the choppers and wait till he pop out. There's nothing in this world that I wouldn't do. If I made some means, then he made some means. That's what it is, mother, I promise I would. Cause I got my brother the way that he got me. I know he won't snitch on the dirt that we do. And I swear that's a blessing, I don't gotta test it. When you hustle to eat and grow up finessing, and I swear that's a blessing, I don't gotta test it. When you hustle to eat and grow up finessing. If I call you my brother, then know you my brother. If you riding for me, then we ride for each other. We come from the bottom, baby. We come from the gutter, where you hustle to eat, and the black never love you. If the odds come around, just know that I'm gon' slide for you. When you hanging out the window, I'm gon' drive for you. Going all out for you, cause that's what riders do. Get her to the side, yeah, she got it beat. Get her to the side, yeah, she got it beat. Get her to the side, hey. Get her to the side, yeah, she got it beat. Get her to the side, yeah, she got it beat. Get her to the side, yeah, she got it beat. Get her to the side, hey. Kick her to the side, yeah, she got impeached. I know that she lied, don't wanna hear her speak. She want me to dive all up in that deep. She said she wanna drive, told her to switch me seats. I just might up that fire if it's in my reach. I told her she slide again if she don't use her teeth. She suck it and look in my eyes, I had to curl my feet. I told her if she wanna spend time, she gotta cop a fee. Yeah, if you talk about that money, I go and get it. Yeah, my niggas get crazy, talk murder business. Murder pussy and she is the only witness. I won't drink from that cup, I don't know what's in it. She say she like my music, I'm motivated. I don't fuck with them niggas, I know they hate. Gotta get it out, don't got a lot of patience. She like how I come with that D like I'm Gary Payton. Yeah, and they like the way that I ball. Stacking it, racking it up, she backing it up, cause she like how I'm stacking the tall. I gave her a roll and she ain't play her part. Have to cut her, don't like how she acting at all. If it ain't about bread, I ain't chatting at all. I make hits like I stay with a bat and a ball. I keep blues by my side like a crib bite. She like how I use my words, I can sell water to a fish bite. If I don't like how he talking to me, I swear to God he get wrapped like I just hit some shit without a condom. I'm really into taking risk back. Hey, we get a situation lit, yeah, I said that we lit it the worst. Yeah, we get a situation lit, yeah, I said that we lit it the worst. Yeah, we get a situation lit, yeah, I said that we lit it the worst. Yeah, we get a situation lit, yeah, I said that we lit it the worst. To the side, yeah, she got impeached. I know that she lied, don't wanna hear her speak. She want me to dive all up in that deep. She said she wanna drive, told her to switch me seats. I just might up that 5 if it's in my reach. I told her she slide again if she don't use her teeth. She suck it and look in my eyes, I had to curl my feet. I told her if she wanna spend time, she gotta cop a fee. Yeah. She wanna got his feet. She wanna spend on me, better cop his feet. Notice you till you focus on you. So show no empathy and just focus on you. See a chance, take a chance, never hesitate. Have a dream, live a dream while you still awake. See a chance, take a chance, never hesitate. Have a dream, live a dream while you still awake. World peace seeker. On a flying bison, I'm just rolling raw papers while watching Jujutsu Kaisen. Metaphors of something sacred for the naked eyes to see. Search for heaven here on earth, but only found calamity. See me worthy of praise in the look on your eyes. Open to God and you hear replies. Help the youth with chakras, use your channel. Don't box yourself in paradox. In life you gotta gamble.
there's gonna be a couple humps in life. Just ride that fucking camel, oh yeah. My life is just a level in Zelda. I'm on my last heart, last life. No room for failure. I swear my life became a movie role co-starring Zendaya. I swear my life's a simulation. I'm the creative player. I swear they won't notice you now. All these girls trying to get close to you, but you gotta have a sense of humor about that shit. Cause you're never gonna end up with a clout chasing bitch. They won't notice you till you focus on you. So show no empathy and just focus on you. See a chance, take a chance, never hesitate. Have a dream, live a dream while you still awake. See a chance, take a chance, never hesitate. Have a dream, live a dream while you still awake.
Should I stay up for the ride? A, B's dries and we going down right now. Should I stay around for times? For that love to break when you try to come closer. Should I stay around? Should I stay around? Should I stay around? Should I stay around? Should I stay around for the things I never found? Should I stay around trying to get up on this crown? Should I stay around for these things I never found? Should I stay around to fit up on this crown? Should I stay around to see more? Should I stay around to feel like I explore? Should I stay around? Should I stay around? Should I stay around? Should I really stay around? You fall with me. Should I stay and find this love I never seen? Should I stay around for me, you? Should I live on this earth with you too? Should I stay up for the ride? A, B's dries and we going down right now. Should I stay around for times? For that love to break when you try to come closer. Should I stay around? Should I stay around? Should I stay around? Should I stay around? Should I stay up for the ride? A, B's dries and we going down right now. Should I stay around for time?
Free Yourself Radio. We are back with the one, the only, holding it down for mad artists in New York. Big Breeze, what's going on, family? How you feeling? Yo, Big Breeze.
I'm feeling good right now.
That's what's up. Big Breeze put on this dope showcase, this dope competition. For how many artists were in that competition?
For the last one, it was like, I think it was like pushing 45 or something like that.
45, and an artist that we sent, Del Chavon. Shout out Del Chavon. She won. We appreciate that. It was so fire. A lot of stuff happened that night, but y'all were resilient, and we definitely, finished strong, and it was so fire. Y'all definitely putting on for a lot of artists in the city over there. So tell us a little bit about yourself. What all do you do? Who are you?
With me, I'm a businessman, pretty much, a hustler.
Yep.
I've been doing music for the past 2 years.
Yep.
First I started with before I started doing music entertainment, I was doing athlete entertainment, doing competitions, traveling around the world, shit like that.
Yeah. Most definitely. Yeah, I love the fact that I met, your wife as well that night. You guys have a great support system out there, and y'all holding it down. They had the food on point. Food on point was mad good. I wish I could have that right now. I'm kind of hungry. But yeah, so you said you've been doing music past 2 years. So what kind of got you inspired and get you started going with that?
Yo, you know what? I think I don't really know what really got me inspired, but I definitely know that I wanted to create my own sound.
Right.
You know, I
Yeah, I
wanted to
hear
have
that.
my own unique sound when I started. So I think that's what really drove the whole thing. When I started, it was like it was weird. You know, everybody started this is trash.
Right.
So
Yeah,
it was like, alright.
yeah, it's important.
It was like, alright.
Yeah, it's important sometimes, when we feel like we need to hear something or we need something just to create it ourselves. And drill is really heavy over there. When I went over there, I was like, dang, everybody's drill rapper. I felt like I need to go and drill. Well, a lot of them. So I was gonna ask you about that. How do you?
I can't take it sometimes.
Yeah, how do you feel about drill music? How do you feel about drill music? He laughs.
I love drill music. You know, drill music is New York City. You know, but I feel like just the value in it and what it holds in it. You know, the response is you know what I'm saying. The image that you give into people. I think that's just the wrong thing. I don't mind it, but they just gotta figure out a way to make it more musical instead of just op thing sliding on my ops.
Do you feel like a lot of artists are missing their why, like their purpose, like knowing why they're supposed to be doing what they're doing?
What do you mean, like with music?
Yeah, like sometimes you hear people and you're like, okay, I could tell they're very intentional about the song they made, and sometimes it feels like they just doing it just for clout.
Right. Yeah, I think majority of the artists right now in the music game, I deal with a lot of artists, and I think majority of the artists are definitely chasing clout. You know what it is, like the mental focus is definitely will tell the decipher artist, a real artist.
Right.
Somebody like the girl from Florida, the one that you how do you pronounce her name?
Del Chauvin.
Del Chauvin. So you could tell by the concepts in her song, the imagery, the feeling. You know what I mean? Everything she was putting out, the content, even flying out here to New York City, like that's a real artist. I think a lot of artists are missing their minds, taking it to where I could probably make something happen. That's how they're looking at it.
Yeah, most definitely. I think it's important for artists, and creatives to definitely tap in with their why, because I feel like a lot of people just doing it to get on and to be popping and chase fame. And, it's easy for people to get really lost in themselves. Like, do you know your why, And I know you deal with a lot of artists.
I can't tell you that one of the reasons I did start music when I was a kid, but when I probably was like five to like 7 or 8, I used to sing a lot with my sister, my oldest sister. This was back when we had the cassette tapes and all that, and be able to record. So we used to listen to like Cisco, Usher, all that.
What? Dang. You remember LimeWire?
You know what I'm saying? And then once I got to like a certain age, music that I always liked it. Like it was like music always drove me everywhere my whole life. It kept me sane. It kept me out of trouble. It kept me guided. You know what I mean? So like I think like more down in my life, I was trying one more time. I think like as a teenager, I was gonna try it. Like I could tell you the story. My oldest cousin, and I came to him like, yo, I want to be a rapper, yo. And he was like, all right, you gotta find a voice. You gotta find a voice. So long story short, I went and found a voice. And you just know how like sometimes your family might not be the most supportive.
Yeah, I know that. That's true.
So when I went back with what I had, like, yo, you think this is nice? Like, trying over and over, you think this is dope? This is a good voice? I kind of thought it was dope, but he hit me back like, nah, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of shut down my dreams. You know what I'm saying? I went to
I feel that. Yeah, a lot of times, like certain things that we go through in life, they definitely, have shifts and transitions. So, what is something that you would give as a piece of advice, to an artist and a business tip? Like, for artists, business goes hand in hand with the artistry. What's something that you would give a piece of advice for that aspect?
One of the best pieces of advice I could give to artists is to pay attention, to read too. I think majority of artists do not analyze what's going on, and they just in it like just cloud chasing. They're not really taking in information. Like I could tell an artist, I could give an artist a piece of information like 4 different times, 3 different ways, and they'll still come back to me and be like, "Yo, what's going on? What happened? What's going here? What we doing over here?" And it's like I already told you 3 different times. And then, you know what I'm saying? So just paying attention, having that mental focus, zeroing in. Another thing, on the business side, I'd say work on your marketing. Work on your marketing. Stop being bougie. Stop thinking that you could just make a song and you're gonna fucking blow up.
Exactly. You have to put work in.
It's not gonna happen like that. You gotta put in real marketing. I think every artist, whenever you make a song, if you like a low skill artist, you should have a budget from anywhere from like $50 to $125 to where you can dump into marketing. If it has to do with making a shirt or making a hat, something that goes to that song, or advertisement, or you know what I'm saying, different things. There's tons of different things that you could do to help advertise what you're doing.
Yeah, most definitely.
I think marketing is one of the biggest things that all the artists they shoot it down right away. They just think they did shit.
Yeah. It's true. A lot of times people get lazy and they don't, invest in themselves, and they feel like, oh, I got this, but they really need to put their money, and invest back in themselves. So we appreciate those gems. We're hoping that we can, bring either another artist out there or just go out there in general. Again, we had a good time last time. It was a lot of fun. So again, let them know where we could find you, and let's introduce this track.
Yeah. Big Breeze, BIIG Breeze on Instagram. You can follow me on all platforms, BIIG Breeze. You know what I'm saying? Right now in New York, we outside.
All right, and let's get into the track. Introduce the track.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite songs right here. I think a lot of people from New York could definitely vibe with this. You know what I'm saying? If you really into good music, like I think that I don't want to just downgrade anybody, but if you into good music, this is something that you might like. Well,
all right, let's get into it. Big Breeze, all the way from New York. Let's go.
Shallow. Big Breeze. Just trying to make a change. Shallow, the unforgotten borough. Just trying to make a change. Just trying to make a change. Put more money, power in the name. Now walk with me. Just walk with me. Walk with me. Walk with me. Walk with me. Just trying to make a change. Now walk with me. Just walk with me. Walk with me. Walk with me. Sit back and watch me control my city. New York, we so gritty. Too many sound the same, just doing my own thing. Gifted with hard work, get mistaken for talent. I'm from Shallow, we wildin'. Positive, humble vibes, don't mistake it for being pussy. All these goofies don't think I don't got my eye on the fuckery. You niggas chumps of me, don't really talk the drill. My niggas really slide and kill. Letting up off the goal, stupid, I'm ready to go. I'm going up, I'm blowing up, they streaming, run it up. I'm Big Breeze, that's big dreams and big shows with big flows. I'm unstoppable, taking control. Q and show, she make it clap, sexy with class. I make it splash, hard game, 3 chains, new fame, different breed, curate, innovate, growing money on the tree, switch the flow, vibe too clean, yeah, yo, look at me, gritty sound, pound for pound, when I'm around, I don't play, hungry for more, food on the plate, business after business, I'm that new discovery, the more you receive, the more pain you breathe, and I know the game, unless you going viral, you ain't
getting much tighter with the bigger bag. Jehovah, Garvey, soldier. The bigger gap, keep it going to the beat. My shorty know I used to creep. I was young, I was dumb, but now I'm grown. And I respect her to the bone. I just wanna live a better life, catching flights. LUV. Now walk with me. Just walk with me. Walk with me. Walk with me. Just trying to make a change.
Price is going up. My niggas young and reckless, no sleep, restless. 30K on my necklace. I'm just stunting on my ex bitch. I'm getting head in a Hellcat. I'm blowing gas on a cop. I put some bread on your top. Had my shooter come and spin on your block. Run up the score on the op. Run up the score. Run up the score. Run up the score on the op. Run up the score. Run up the score. Run up the score on the op. Run up the score. Run up the score. Run up the score on the op. Run up the score. Run up the score. I ran it up like a scam. My name got a felony after. Don't do camera. Niggas ain't eating, they fasting. Came in the club with that 30. No, I ain't dancing. She doing coke in the bathroom. I got her higher than NASA. She getting nasty. I like I'm pretty and classy. She know I'm flying, I'm flashy. Told this fashion. You ain't never seen these Kenzo. I don't do friend zone. Bitch, I score like Enzo. Pop me a Beano Pinto. All white Benzo. Top pill back like Kimbo. Niggas be fishing for info. I send my shooter to slide. Pushing the tempo. Already know how it end though. Already know how it work. Trapping the sport. Whipping that dope with a fork. Y'all niggas know what we on. Whipping that skirt. Bitch wanna know what it costs. So to hop in and pull off. Let her show off. Blowing this out till I cough. Never cool off. I'm hot as a torch. Soon as I jumped off the porch. Tell them niggas come and fuck with the boy. My niggas young and reckless. No sleep. Restless. 30K on my necklace. I'm just stunting on my ex bitch. I'm getting head in a Hellcat. I'm blowing gas on a cop. I put some bread on your top. Had my shooter come and spin on your block. Run up the score on the op. Run up the score. Run up the score. Run up the score on the op. Run up the score. Run up the score. Run up the score on the op. Run up the score. Run up the score. Run up the score on the op. Run up the score. Run up the score. I got a bitch in the projects over the stove with the fork, but it ain't an omelet. She know that money the object. We don't do gossip. Niggas be reaching for content. I ain't a star, I'm a starless, ballin' like Harden. She think I play for the Rocket. Montclair over the chopper, noodles go over the lobster. Bitch, I'm a mobster. Spinning, go grill, grinning, Rennie gang and we what? Rennie gang and we winning. Ay, ay, ay. Man, them roll like Big Shot, Louis V flip flop, plain Jane rolling go TikTok. Gram and tip like trap in the head like brand new Glock with the red dot. Niggas young and reckless, no sleep, restless. 30K on my necklace. I'm just stunting on my ex bitch. I'm getting head in a Hellcat. I'm blowing gas on a cop. I put some bread on your top. Had my shooter come and spin on your block. Run up the score on the op. Run up the score. Run up the score. Run up the score on the op. Run up the score. Run up the score. Run up the score on the op. Run up the score. Run up the score. Run up the score on the op. Run up the score. Run up the score.
Making me fall, you're making me fall. I'm so in love with you. Goddamn the things you do. I'm waiting on you to call.
Got me screaming on my knees, I'm weak. I'm breaking down like a Holy Speak. Asking God to just light the way. I'm heartbroken, yeah, it's hard to say. Convince myself it was me at all. Took my love like a grain of salt. I never knew love could hurt like this. The good old days, I just reminisce. Got me screaming while I fall for you. I must be dreaming, this can't be true. And I'll be damned if I stay with you. My heart is cold, now I got the blues. You was the one I would confide in. You was my yang and I was your yin. Boy, I'm telling the truth, you making me fall for you. 2020, I was insecure. In the house like a prisoner. When I would vent, you was my listener. I'm bittersweet, you was vinegar. I remember when you put me last. And I remember when you dogged my. Steady trolling on the bug for likes. We posted just to get me tied. Ooh, why did I fall for you?
Goddamn the things you do.
That's what I get for loving you. My girl's telling me I'm dumb for loving you. Had different than I didn't have a clue. Nobody knew what I was really going through. Trying to see from a different point of view. Express my feelings and you say I'm capping. To me I'm tripping when I started rapping. I blame myself, should've never trusted you. It tore me up just loving you. Got me screaming while I must be dreaming this can't be true. And I'll be damned if I stay with you. My heart is cold, now I got the blues. You was the one I would confide in. You was my yang and I wasn't it. Boy, I'm telling the truth. You making me fall for you.
All right, Free Yourself Radio. We are back with an artist calling in all the way from Ohio. We have Fascinate. What's going on? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm glad that we were able to get you back on the air. Tell us a little bit about yourself for those who don't know you. Who are you? And tell us all about you.
I'm a Fascinate. I'm a hip-hop artist from the Cleveland area in Ohio. Been doing this shit since I was about 14, and I've just been staying focused, trying to get some music out, working on music videos, trying to get it popping. Lyricist, very versatile. I can get in any lane, so I'm ready to do it all, get it popping.
That's awesome. Yeah, we love the fact that you're here with us today, calling in, and hopefully sometime in person we can actually have you come in. You can fly over here and perform for us. So tell us a little bit about your influences, like who influences you, who inspires you, things like that.
Yeah, I'm definitely more like a hip hop head. Definitely a big fan. Influenced heavily a lot by Lil Wayne and J. Cole. Probably definitely my two favorite artists. But when it comes to studying flow, definitely Biggie do it for me. So.
Yeah, a lot of people have been shouting out, Wayne today and J. Cole. So I assume that's a common theme throughout the states. Everybody is into him as well. Somebody from New York said J. Cole, Orlando, now you from Ohio. So that's dope. What about Ohio? Like, tell us a little bit about, I think you touched on it before, but tell us a little bit about, like, what's the music scene like in Ohio?
Shit, I'm looking up a lot of artists out here, and there's a lot of dope ass lyricists. I mean, they got everything, you know what I mean? There's people that are popping, there's people that ain't.
Word. He said people that ain't.
Like
That's who? Dang.
Really have a lot of talent around here.
Yeah, I hear that.
There's a lot of hidden gems in the city.
Do you feel like the artists in Ohio are like more unified, or are they more divided, or what's the vibe like over there?
I'd say it's a good half and half. I feel like half of them there's always love. We always show up and support each other and go to each other's shows, and it's all love. And then the other half, there's just motherfuckers who hate. The hate out here is heavy, but I guess it's kind of the same for everybody, They usually hate you in your own city doing something good, so.
Yeah, I think that it's kind of similar over here as well in Orlando. I think we talked about it a little bit earlier. Unity is really important. So something that we touch on a lot in the radio is that we ask artists to talk a little bit about their experiences. Mental health is very important. So what's something that, if you don't mind sharing, being brave, being vulnerable, what's something that maybe you feel like that you've had to overcome during your creative process throughout the years of making music?
So 2 years ago, man, I lost my best friend, man, my mom.
Oh, wow.
Due to cancer.
Rest in power. My condolences for her. Yeah.
And that was definitely some rough shit for me to deal with, not just doing music, but just with life.
Yeah.
I've never really been depressed my whole life until that shit kind of hit me. It was rough, but you hear it all through my music. I have a track called Hurting Inside. I did a episode for this Cleveland company called Pure Power Music. Anyway, they let me perform the song live and did a music video. It's mostly about that, but it's called Hurting Inside. It's just talking about all the pains and struggles I've been through to get where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I'm sorry, for your loss, for your mom. So hopefully, you're able to honor her every time you step to a stage or get in a booth. I know it must be rough, but I know that you're strong, and I know God made you strong. So sending strength your way, for all the artists tuned in or will listen to it later. For anybody that's experienced loss, take the grieving. And Payne, shout out Payne earlier. He said something earlier. He said, we have to focus more on mourning versus mourning, and the two different ways you spell it. So a lot of times we have to meditate and think about tomorrow is a new day and the things we're grateful for. So yeah, I can only imagine. But do you feel like creating and performing, writing, recording, like it helps like it's therapeutic for you?
Definitely. Rap's probably my biggest therapist, you know what I'm saying? Whenever I got a problem with something, I got close friends I talk to and whatnot, but there's a lot of songs I wrote down that didn't even end up making it out, you know what I mean? So that pen and that pad definitely has always been there for me through the hard times.
Most definitely. Yeah, so what's like been one of your highlights, like during your whole time creating music? Like what's something that you feel like really stood out to you, whether it was a performance or a moment? Like what's something that you feel like was a really great highlight during your time?
There's been a couple performances, but I remember one specific one I did specifically for my mom. I have a song called Sunshine that is specifically about my mom. I did it on I think it was Mother's Day. We went, me and the girl that I did the song with went and did it at this festival in Elyria. We got to go out there. The sun was out. Got on the platform. I even put something on a little different, something normally I wouldn't wear that my mom probably would like. Got to go on stage and do that. So that was definitely a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
And then, to be honest, the biggest one was probably the first show I've ever done. There's probably the most people there, and that's when I really fell in love with everything and got that feeling of people kind of like, giving you your praise when you're on stage. That feeling is unmatched. So that just kind of like started the passion to be real strong from there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, anytime you feel down or, you lose touch, just remember that moment. We appreciate you sharing. It's good to reminisce on happy moments, positive moments, highlights, because sometimes we get discouraged, and it's like, man, but remember that moment, So we appreciate you. We're actually going to play your track in a little bit. Before we do you want to shout out anybody or recognize anybody at all?
Yeah, I'd like to give some shout outs to some local artists in Cleveland I need to check out, man. My dude, Son of Ra, SUNNOUOFRA, Son of Ra. Also, another dude from east side of Cleveland named Ted Stacks, he spelled with the money sign. And then Westside Low and Shake Nice, four of my real close friends, artists I met over the last couple of years.
Okay.
Yeah, they're out here doing their thing, doing big stuff. So shout out to them.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Shout out to everybody there and everybody tapped in Cleveland or in Ohio in general. Definitely tap in with For Yourself Radio. If you let another artist know about our show and they tap in with us, then we'll definitely send you a referral fee. So we appreciate you. So we're actually about to get into your track. So one more time, just shout out your social media, how we can find you, and let's just introduce your track.
All right, go ahead. Follow me on IG. I got my links in the bio for everything, but it's Fascinate, FASCIN, and then the number 8.official. So Fascinate.official.
Hey, that's that. When you ride down the boulevard.
And this is a new track I got called Hands at the Top. It's the newest single I just put out in theaters. I'm actually doing a music video for my birthday this Saturday.
Hey, happy early birthday. Big vibes.
Yeah, enjoy the track and stay tuned for a music video coming up.
All right, you heard it here. For Yourself Radio, Fascinate all the way from Ohio. Shout out to all the artists in different states calling in. So let's get into it. Let's go.
Boulevard. You got the gang with you, just scoop some white teas, social sweet from the corner store, rolling up that stick, bumping the hottest mixtapes. Hey, shout out Lil Wayne for no ceilings. Hey. I remember I was broke, playing baseball with the blunt at the bottom of the 8th, wishing I could get a dub, but I can't. I feel like the Guardians, but when you broke, you got less people to argue with. But when you on the ground and talk too much, you get targeted. Shit can get thicker when they faker than some margarine. Can I make it off these sidelines, make it in this limelight? For this prime time flies by, up at nighttime, still working 5 to 5. I see I'm full of envy, like can you handle my spot? Are you gon' hold me down or you gon' stand up and ride? I'm protected with precision, I've been channeling God. Time's the only thing that's limited, I manage the clock. Moving smarter and not harder, I've been planning a lot. Since a kid, I'm the one who brought the sand to the box. So let me light a blunt and candle for moms and put my hands to the sky. They like, damn, you working hard, can you handle the top? Like, can you handle the top? She just texts me talking shit like, can you handle the top? Yeah, like, can you handle the top? They like, damn, you working hard, can you handle the top? I know that I can handle the top. She just texts me talking shit like, can you handle the top? Oh, I know that I can handle the top. And she a fan of grazie amore mio. Body so fuego, head game frio. Been working so hard, need some time with my people. I promise to make time once I make these C notes. She texts me talking shit like, can you handle this top? I text her back, talking my shit, can you handle this cock? I run it up like Rocky, hit the bitch with the boa. Adam, Eve, apple bottom, arc it back like it's Noah. She started bouncing, I'm like Betty, she can't wait till I blow up. She wants me all in private, told that bitch she a soldier. Been a real one, down to my atoms, I'm the chosen one. I've been buzzing like a locust, but she thicker than a bumblebee. Bust up in her mouth like some bubble tea. Deep stroke, hit her stomach, fumble recovery. Hit the East End after dinner out in Coventry. Wanna hold me down, but you should know it's only up for me. Not a day goes by Now the day goes by, and I don't think about you, mom. I wish we could walk the dogs like we used to. You getting drunk, me hype as fuck, toast your bed with a you-who. That's perfect timing, I've been grinding, never stop. Now I'm headed to the top, who knew? I wish heaven had a YouTube to see me shining, but the top won't be the same without you, mom. I hear him calling, they like, damn, you working hard, can you handle the top? Like, can you handle the top? She just texts me talking shit like, can you handle the top? Yeah, like, can you handle the top? They like, damn, you working hard, can you handle the top? I know that I can handle the top. She just texts me talking shit like, can you handle the top? Oh, I know that I can handle the top. I'm grateful for all the good times and the hard times. Being patient but still hungry. Going through every emotion. You know you out for that pay. Make your moves out the way. So when they ask me if I'm ready for the top,